Hello friends, welcome on board Tips for Productivity. Tips for Productivity is a means for sharing knowledge on ways to increase productivity. Viewing and liking of this content will help in getting a wider reach to this initiative. Do keep subscribed to get instant update on contents posted on this channel. On our previous video, we had received a request to share a video on HLOOKUP, and in today's session, we will look into the function HLOOKUP and also into a function called match. So let's get started. So we have a data with marks for different students on different subjects. So here we have subjects on different columns, example English, Maths, SS, and we have students in one of the columns. So how do we find English marks for say round? So let's get into HLOOKUP. Let's look at the function arguments that are there in HLOOKUP to solve this problem. So as we call for the function HLOOKUP, we can see it says that it looks for a value in top row of a table or array of values and returns the value in the same column from the row you specify. So basically HLOOKUP looks for the value from the top row of your selection and at a particular row level. So in this case, the function has the following arguments. It has a lookup value to be specified. It has a table array to be specified. It has a row index number to be specified and an optional argument of range lookup, which is used to find exact match and approximate match. We'll cover both of these. So in HLOOKUP, the argument lookup value, we have to specify what we are looking for. So in this example, in the headers, we will be looking for the English subject. So that is the value that we are looking for English, and it will be looked in the selected array. So the lookup value is English, and the table array that will be specifying is either one of these combinations that are listed on your screen. So what we have to ensure is the lookup value which we are looking for should be part of the first row of the array that we are selecting. So if we select just the array with English subject, we have the first row as English. If we select with all the three subjects, the top row has the lookup value of English. Even if we select from students till all the subjects, the first row has the lookup value of English. So any of these selections can be made against this table array. Now the row index number. Now in this example, we are looking for Ram's English mark. So basically the student Ram, what he has scored in English is 74 in this case, right? So if we look into this array, Ram's mark is displayed against the second row, on the second row, including the header. Okay, so let us so we will have to key in a value of 2 in this case to get the answer. So let's fill in and find whether we get 74 by using the function HLOOKUP. So we will call for the function HLOOKUP. Now it is asking for the lookup value, which in this case is English. The table array, we can select any of the following combinations of table array. So let us use this, where we will select all the table array. And now Ram is on the second row, so we will have to specify the row index number as 2. And we want the exact match for Ram. So when we are looking for Ram's mark under English, whatever is falling on the second row, we want the exact match. So we found the exact mark for Ram, so that's how we get 74 in this case. Similarly, we can also make use of match function to find the position of Ram in an array. So in this case, we found that it is on the second column, second row. So how do we use the match function? So match function has the following things to be noted. This function just looks straight across a single column or a single row that is being selected. So you can either look in a single row, as in this case, or you can look in a single column, and it will give you the position of whatever we are looking for. So the match function has got 3 arguments. One is the lookup value. So in this case, we are trying to find the position of Ram. So let us select Ram, which is the lookup value, and let us select the array in which we are looking for. So lookup array is the array where we are looking for this value of Ram. So Ram is being looked under student. So let us select that particular column. And now here we are looking for the exact match of exact position of Ram. So we will select 0 by pressing the down arrow and tab out. So it gives me that the position is 2. So basically we can use this formula inside of the lookup function. So use the HLOOKUP formula to find the English marks for Ram. So we'll call for HLOOKUP. We are looking for subject English in this data. So this is my table array. For the time being, I will just leave it blank. And I say I want the exact match. Now in functions tab, I can write the match formula to specify Ram's position. So I say I am looking for Ram under student and I need an exact match which is 0. So I close. So we can see that we get 74 as the result. So basically what we have done is we have used the match formula to replace the value of 2 because match is giving me the value of 2. So if you check for match, it is giving me the value of 2 inside the formula of HLOOKUP. So that is how we use the combination of HLOOKUP and match together. So let us do some examples. Now in this example, we will cover how we use the functionality of exact match and how we use the functionality of approximate match in HLOOKUP. So for the exact match, we will use this data, and for the approximate match, we will use this data. So in this example, the aim is to get Nalin's mark for the subject mark. So for the subject of Max, we want to find Nalin's data. So the answer we expect is 56. So let us write the HLOOKUP function where we are going to find Max subject in an array under Max table, and we need to specify with the position of Nalin. So we will have to use a match function to find position of Nalin. So we write match, we select Nalin from our question area, and then we look up under student. Now when we select student, we have to exactly match it from the header, because in the HLOOKUP the table array includes header. So in the match also we will have to include the header when we are looking for Nalin. And the match type that we want to find is exact. So I go down and I tab out, I close the bracket to finish the match function. So this gets me the row index number. Now in the next argument, I say I go to false by selecting the down arrow, and I tab out to select false because I want the exact match. So this gives me an answer of 56. Okay, now in this case, Nalin was a specific individual or a specific subject, and we used exact match. Now if we want to see, I have written down the mark by separated by a value of 10. So initially it is 1, 11, 21, 31, 41 till 91. Okay, so now this 56 will fall in between 51 and 61. So what we can do is we can find an approximate, we can use HLOOKUP to find the value 56. The lookup value will be 56 in this array, and we will use the approximate match function. So since 56 is the value being looked, it falls in between these two numbers, 51 and 61. So what the approximate match in HLOOKUP will do is it will look for the lowest value, that is 51, and whatever is the row number specified against in that array of selection, from that array under 51, whatever is the value, it will give me that. So I have written 51 to 60 under 51 because 51 is the lowest value between 51 and 61. So 56 will be found under 51. Okay, so let us try out to look for. Now in this case, we had used an HLOOKUP to compute this value of 56, and now we will use this value as the lookup value for this range. So let's type in HLOOKUP. My lookup value now becomes 56, which is computed by the earlier HLOOKUP formula, and my table array will be this array where I have marks and their corresponding ranges. Now the range is for the row index number 2 because it is on the second row. Marks are on the first row and the range are on the second row. So I write 2, and in this case I will use the approximate match. I will select 2. Since 2 is already selected, I will tab out and I will close the bracket and do an enter. So it gives me that it is 51 to 60, which is the range. Now we had individually computed using the HLOOKUP function. Again, we used another HLOOKUP function by having the computed value to look for the range. Now, instead of writing it in two different cells, we can write HLOOKUP within HLOOKUP to get the range directly for a person. So suppose if I want to use the same values, so I am looking for Nalin's mark range. So I am actually looking for a range to be populated in this directly. So what I will do is, first I will write HLOOKUP for subject max in this range where my row index number, say for Nalin it is on 7th, I think. No, it is not on 7th, it is on 8th. It is on the 8th row that Nalin comes in, so it is 56. So I am getting this value here. Now this will be used as a lookup value in the next HLOOKUP formula. So I will cut this formula which is giving me a value of 56. I will cut this and I will call for HLOOKUP, and in the lookup value I will use the computed formula. So I will directly paste the formula there, which is giving me 56. Now my table array will be the range of marks and their ranges, and I will say I want to pick the second row from this marks and range, and in this case I want to get an approximate match. So let me write in true. So it gives me the range of 51 to 60 directly in one single cell formula. Now HLOOKUP, in these cases what we found is we are using the HLOOKUP function and match together. So a combination of HLOOKUP and match together automates the formula in a way that you don't have to count the row number and specify it. So that is what the combination of HLOOKUP and match can do and help you do wonders. Thank you. So if you like this content, do share and like this content, and do keep subscribed. Thank you.